Ever stop to think? From when you were a kid until now, the moon you see always shows the same face. No matter if the night is clear or dim, it's as if the moon only has one side. But relax. It's not magic or a conspiracy theory. There's a unique science story behind it, and it's all more mind-blowing than you might think. Have you ever wondered why from ancient times until now, the face of the moon we see is always the same? From our ancestors' era to the age of fast internet, the moon seems to have only one face. But it rotates too, you know. Many people think the far side of the moon is in total darkness. Some even think it's full of aliens or secret bases. But before we go wild with speculation, let's start with the simple facts. All of this has to do with movement. The moon actually rotates on its own axis, just like Earth. But strangely, the time it takes to spin is exactly the same as the time it takes to orbit Earth. This is the origin of all this weirdness. This phenomenon is called tidal locking. A fancy name, but the concept is simple. Due to the strong influence of Earth's gravity, the moon is locked so that one side always faces us, and the other side always faces away. Imagine you're running around a friend while slowly spinning. If your spin speed is just right, your face keeps pointing at them. Well, the moon is like that. It rotates, but it's perfectly synchronized with its orbit. This tidal locking process wasn't instant. It took millions of years. Long ago, the moon spun faster, but gravitational friction caused it to lose energy, until it finally settled into one position, constantly the same. That's why, from Earth, we only know one side of the moon. This side is full of craters, dark plains, and often inspires poetry, sad songs, and horror stories. But the other side? Still a mystery. Interestingly, the far side of the moon isn't always dark. It still gets sunlight. It's just that the sunlight comes when that side isn't facing Earth. So it's just us who don't get to see it. Before advanced technology, humans could only guess. Some were sure the far side of the moon was smoother, others said it was more chaotic. All just assumptions without real proof. It wasn't until the 20th century that human curiosity was answered. When spacecraft began orbiting the moon, cameras became our new eyes, and it turned out many human guesses were wrong. The far side of the moon is much rougher. Its craters are more numerous and deeper. The dark plains we often see from Earth are actually rare over there. The moon turns out to have two personalities. This difference made scientists think hard. How could they be so different, even though the moon is one single object? The answers slowly began to unfold through years of research. One strong theory is that the crust on the far side of the moon is thicker. As a result, lava from inside the moon has a harder time breaking through. That's why the dark areas formed from frozen lava are fewer. Besides that, the far side of the moon is hit by asteroids more often. Because it isn't shielded by being in view of Earth, this region became a prime target for space collisions billions of years ago. Even though it's rarely seen, the far side of the moon is actually very important. Many scientists want to place telescopes there because it has minimal interference from Earth signals. An ideal place to peek at the universe. So the far side of the moon isn't just a hidden side, it's a cosmic archive, storing traces of the solar system's history that might have been lost on Earth due to weather and geological activity. The more we study it, the more the moon feels alive. Not just a dead ball of rock, but a celestial body with a long story, full of collisions, changes, and incredible gravitational influence. And all this story starts from one simple thing: the synchronization of the moon's movement relative to Earth. A cosmic coincidence that makes us always see the same face. But wait a minute, if that's the case, do we really never get to see the far side of the moon at all? Or is there actually a small, rarely noticed opportunity? In the next story, we'll uncover the surprising facts about libration, rare moments when the moon wobbles slightly and reveals secrets that have been hidden from our eyes all this time. In the previous story, we thought the moon was truly stingy, only showing one side to Earth. But it turns out there are small moments when the moon slips up and reveals a bit of the side that is usually hidden. This phenomenon is called libration. It sounds complicated, but its effect is simple. The moon appears to wobble slowly. This wobble is what allows us to peek at a little bit of its far side. Libration happens because the moon's orbit isn't a perfect circle. It's slightly oval. Its speed of movement also sometimes faster, sometimes slower. As a result, our viewing angle changes. Besides that, the moon's axis of rotation is also tilted, so as it orbits Earth, there are certain moments when the edges of the moon become more visible than usual. Because of this combination of effects, we can actually see about 59% of the moon's surface from Earth. Not just 50%. The rest, it remained a mystery until the space age. Unfortunately, this libration is very subtle. The naked eye hardly notices it. Without a telescope or detailed observation, the moon still looks the same old thing every night. It wasn't until humans sent satellites that everything became clear. The first photos of the far side of the moon made scientists gasp. Its surface was much rougher than imagined. There's no familiar face of the moon's scenery there. Instead, there are stacked craters, traces of ancient collisions, and landscapes that look older and wilder. This difference made scientists realize the moon didn't grow in a balanced way. The influence of Earth's gravity made one side more geologically active compared to the other. The side facing Earth was warmer in the past, allowing lava to flow and form dark plains. The far side? Colder and harder from the start. That's why the far side of the moon is like a museum of the universe. Traces of asteroids from billions of years ago are still preserved because there are almost no natural processes to erase them. Even more interestingly, the far side of the moon always faces away from Earth. This means this place is free from interference by human radio signals. Super quiet, super ideal for research. Some scientists even dream of building a giant telescope there. From this side, observations of the universe could be much cleaner without the noise of Earth's technology. So, the far side of the moon isn't a discarded side. On the contrary, it is a strategic location for the future of space exploration and the search for answers about the origins of the cosmos. All of this started from one cosmic coincidence, the synchronization of the moon's rotation and orbit. If it were even slightly different, we might be able to see the entire moon from Earth. But precisely because it's locked, the moon becomes unique. It teaches us that the universe is full of strange patterns that seem simple, but whose effects are extraordinary. Every time you look at the moon at night, remember one thing. There's another side that is also being illuminated by the sun, but it's facing away from us. The moon isn't unwilling to show its far side. It's just following the laws of physics, indifferent to humanity's endless curiosity. And it is precisely this mystery that makes the moon perpetually fascinating, from the age of myths to the era of modern science. There's always a story behind the seemingly calm face. So now you know, we rarely see the far side of the moon not because of a dark secret, but because of a neat and faithful gravitational dance that has lasted for billions of years. And if you like stories like this or are interested in similar topics, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you won't miss out on other exciting content. In the next video, there will be an even more interesting topic. It could be more mysterious, more entertaining, or even more surprising than you imagined. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Likes and comments also help this channel grow. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.